Hello, everyone. So, got a little bit of news. Let's see what's going on. Pregnant trans man considers giving up custody of his brother because he won't stop calling him female. Well, that's his sister, so. Transgender. Oh, come on. Transgender brother and legal guardian of 9-year-old boy recently considered giving him up after the child refused to stop using his pregnancy as an excuse to call him female. It's not an excuse. It's like the perfect reason. Here's what he said he had to say he cares for. It's a 9-year-old too. You probably shouldn't be having kids. You sound like an irresponsible mental case. At 18 years of age, the young man was pregnant, who is transgender, had gained full custody of his 9-year-old brother. The parents got to be trash. The parents are trash. This pregnant individual is transitioning to be a man. The 9-year-old is the only one that seems to be based in any sort of reality at this point. This is tough. 9-year-old and a half, brother. Matthew, naming names, doxing this kid. There's way too many T's. After the boy's parents neglected him, probably neglected him as well. The young man explained, "I have full custody of him per his request, and because of my sexist, racist, homophobic, misogynistic, but throw whatever you want in there. Might as well. Mother and stepfather, I always put him sexist, racist, homophobic." Is it because you want to transition? Is that why you feel that way about them? "I always put him first, even before my childhood or teen years. I doubt it. Because my terrible parents didn't care about him." What's this? Matthew was deeply hurtful. Okay. The man, being born a female, was 26 weeks pregnant. Listen, even if you didn't have the whole transitioning thing, kids are just honest like that. I don't know if you're getting your feelings hurt by one kid, you have another one on the way, you're going to have to toughen up, man. It's not just adults that's going to tell you things you don't like. And this news caused Matthew to act in a way that made his guardian question their living situation. During a drive home from school a couple of days earlier, Matthew bluntly asserted that his older brother was a girl, justifying this by her biological ability to conceive. Yeah, he's having an honest conversation. Kids ask questions all the time. They ask you what you're talking about. What you said? Why do you say that? They ask questions. And if you're having a baby and you're pregnant, I mean, you can't really trick the kid into believing something that's not true. You can tell them that you prefer to be referred as a boy, and maybe you believe that, but like telling them you're a boy when you're a girl that's pregnant, it doesn't make any sense. Kids are dumb, but they're not. You gotta follow some sort of logic, at least from their understanding. The guardian was upset. The first time the younger brother made these assertions in the car, his older brother got upset. But I didn't scream at him, because then that would be proof that I'm a girl. He just ignored him and told him to why do they keep switching perspectives? He just ignored him and told him to shut up. Should have put that in quotes over here. Unfortunately, the 9-year-old wouldn't stop and started taunting his older brother repeatedly, insisting that he was a girl because he could make babies. I mean, that's not a taunt. just winning an argument. He tried to stay calm. Female hormones are acting up. Calm down, sir. The man stated, I had never screamed or lost my temper with him, even when I was a child raising another child. I was a man pretending to be another man. So when I told him to shut up, it was the first time. Oh, you're a man, you'd be saying shut up all the time. Despite the older brother's efforts to explain his gender identity, Matthew kept insisting that he was a female. Yeah, you're walking around pregnant. What do you mean? And even started introducing him as a sister to everyone, emphasizing that he was a girl because he was pregnant. Yeah. If he didn't, kids would probably make fun of him for being stupid. He became very upset. Like a woman. This feel like I'm insulting everybody by saying that. This continual misgendering, is it? And dead naming. Is your name woman or girl? What's happening? Had added a lot of stress for the elder sibling. If that's stressing you out, you're going to hate your life, because that's always going to be a problem. Overwhelmed by the situation, he broke down alone in his room. Like a woman. Sorry. Just realizing he couldn't handle the situation anymore. Yeah. Despite only having lived together for nearly 2 months, he was already growing exasperated with Matthew. It's just this one situation, this one thing. How often does this come up? It probably comes up every time you cry, and then you go back and you keep insisting to him that you were a man. That's usually when it comes up. Otherwise, it's fine. He'd fought hard for Matthew. You know, you need to fight hard to stop being such a sensitive little bitch. You're a man now, I can say that. The man had challenged Matthew's parents, his mother and stepfather, in court to win custody. He had also worked hard to provide a proper bedroom and a good school for his brother. Yeah, that education worked. I don't know what to tell you. Yet the return he received was causing him considerable hurt. Despite feeling guilty about blaming the child, he couldn't suppress his developing resentment. The little boy reminding him increasingly of his stepfather, who he hated. Is the stepfather the actual father of Matthew? Now he wanted to give him up. The pregnant man, stop it, sought advice from his therapist and legal teams, leaning towards letting go of Matthew's custody. Acting an awful lot like a woman. The boy's actions, while persisting for only 2 days, had 2 days? How much of a weak bitch can you be? Bro, you should have just stayed as a woman. As a man, you can't be pulling bullshit like that. 2 fucking days and you went through a whole emotional spiral? Straight bitch. You don't get that female privilege anymore. You're a man now. You got a man to fuck up. Weak bitch. Although he never lost his temper or yelled at Matthew, he had become visibly upset when the teasing first began, and he had begged the boy to stop repeatedly, to no avail. It wasn't teasing. Others called it normal behavior. Yeah, it's normal behavior. People suggested that Matthew's behavior was typical for boys his age, but the older brother was adamant about not tolerating it. You have a problem with a boy? You a man, right? You must have been a boy. I refuse to put up with it because he's a boy. And it's just what they do. It's what you do. This isn't 1985. Fuck you talking about? 1985? Kids been like that since the beginning of time. What the fuck? And boys don't get an excuse to hurt anyone who is a cisgender male, who isn't a cisgender male. Okay, so he can hurt someone that's a cisgendered male, but anyone else, no. Huh. Matthew's actions were also affecting their sister, who identified as queer. I'm sorry, what? There's another girl involved in this? And this one's just gay? Was he insist that she's straight? I don't understand. The past couple of days had been filled with more tears than he had shared over the entire last year since he had left his parents' house. Despite escaping from a tormenting environment, he was now facing similar distress from his little brother. Hey, how do you know he identifies as your little brother? He could be your little sister. Would it be okay then? Would it be okay then? Huh? What if he was being a girl? Would it be okay? Assholes. At a loss, the young man decided to consult the internet to get some good advice about how to handle the situation. Man the fuck up. The internet responded. One internet poster said, "Are you fit to be a parent?" Exactly what I said. Your reaction to a 9-year-old is extreme. Imagine having a toddler with tantrums or a reactive teenager. Also, your pregnancy will cause others to see you as female. I don't know how you will be able to mentally survive this. Exactly. And you're also pregnant and your hormones are going crazy. Might want to consider that. Another person responded, "I sympathize with you. Why? But that poor boy being tossed around is going to be traumatizing for him as well." More from no, 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 no. Anyways, that was something. There's some crazy people out here, and they need help. Till next time.